Did you know that nearly all deaths occurring before age 70 can be traced back to just a few specific causes? While many believe dying too early is simply part of life's natural cycle, the reality is that most of these deaths result from preventable factors. In this video, we're revealing the 11 primary causes of death for men under 70. These aren't just numbers or dry statistics. They reflect real people, families, and decisions that can make the difference between a life burdened by illness or one filled with strength and vitality. Let's break them down, and I'll explain why these solutions work, so you're not just following advice, but understanding it. Heart disease remains the #1 killer of men, and yet many are unaware of how much influence they have over it. The heart is a muscle, and like all muscles, it thrives when cared for and deteriorates with neglect. A major study published in JAMA in 2023 found that men who followed the Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish, reduced their risk of dying from heart problems by 42%. Why does it work, you ask? These healthy fats improve endothelial function, the inner lining of your blood vessels, preventing plaque formation, buildup of fatty deposits in arteries, and blood clots. Just 30 minutes of daily walking lowers LDL, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries, and boosts HDL, the good cholesterol that helps clear arteries, by up to 10%. It also reduces inflammation, swelling, and irritation in tissues, in blood vessels, which is the root cause of most heart attacks. The danger lies in the fact that symptoms often remain silent until it's too late. Many men chalk up fatigue, shortness of breath, or slowing down as just part of getting older. But these can actually be warning signs that your heart is weakening. And one of the most damaging beliefs is that heart disease is just a matter of fate. People assume it's genetic or simply tied to aging. But the truth is, everyday habits, what you eat, how you move, and how you handle stress, play a major role in your heart's future. So the decisions you make now could determine whether your heart remains strong in the years ahead. 2. Lung cancer. Lung cancer might seem like a death sentence, but it's actually highly preventable. The shocking fact: your lungs begin healing within 72 hours of your last cigarette. A major national study showed that simple low-dose CT screening, specialized X-ray imaging, can reduce deaths by 20%. Why does quitting smoking work so effectively? Even after decades of tobacco use, your cancer risk drops by half after 10 years smoke-free, because your body stops being exposed to over 7,000 chemicals in cigarette smoke, allowing your lung cells to repair damaged DNA. Early detection through CT screening can catch lung cancer when survival rates exceed 90%, compared to less than 15% when found late. For those at high risk, current smokers, or those who quit within 15 years, annual low-dose CT scans can detect tumors when they're the size of a grain of rice, long before symptoms appear. Even if you've never smoked, environmental factors like radon gas, the second leading cause of lung cancer, can be silently damaging your lungs. A simple home test can identify this invisible threat that affects millions of homes. Cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli and kale, contain sulforaphane, a powerful plant compound that triggers cancer cell death and activates detox enzymes in cells. Adding just one serving daily can significantly reduce your risk. Colorectal cancer. Colorectal cancer, also known as bowel cancer, is cancer that develops in the colon, large intestine, or rectum. It is the second leading cancer killer of men, yet it's almost entirely preventable with the right approach. What makes this cancer so insidious is its silent progression. By the time symptoms appear, it's often advanced. A landmark study in the New England Journal of Medicine following 88,902 participants over 22 years found that colonoscopies reduced colorectal cancer mortality by an astonishing 68%. Why? Because these screenings can identify and remove precancerous polyps, small growths that can turn into cancer if not removed, before they transform into cancer, essentially preventing the disease entirely. The science is compelling. Each 10 grams of daily fiber you consume slashes your risk by 10% by accelerating transit time through your colon. This reduces exposure to carcinogens, cancer-causing substances, and prevents inflammation that triggers cancer development. Meanwhile, each daily serving of processed meat increases risk by 18% due to nitrates, preservatives in processed meats that directly damage DNA in colon cells. The Harvard Physicians' Health Study tracking 47,950 men found that those taking low-dose aspirin, 81 milligrams, for at least 6 years had a 30% lower risk of colorectal cancer. The mechanism? Aspirin blocks COX-2 enzymes, the proteins that promote inflammation, that fuel tumor growth and inflammation. Your gut microbiome, the community of beneficial bacteria in your digestive system, plays a crucial role too. Men who consume fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut show a 17% lower risk because beneficial bacteria produce butyrate, a compound that triggers apoptosis, the natural self-destruction process in cells, in cancer cells, while preserving healthy ones. The most powerful action you can take? Schedule that colonoscopy at age 45. For men with family history, screening should start 10 years before the youngest case in your family.